Um, Hello there. So I've recently made a video addressing marijuana legalization. It is right there. Fling. Um, and today we're gonna dive into something a little deeper, some actual politics, kind of, sort of. So Illinois is proposing. It passed in the Senate a bill to change our tax system here in Illinois, which I believe is really not a bad idea. It's to change it from a flat rate tax to a progressive tax, which is a great idea because I think that if you are poor, 4.95%, which is the current tax rate for everybody in Illinois, is it's good for the smaller folks who don't have enough money to be just giving it away. And our state is in a bad situation. Okay, I'm not the guy who's like tax everything, but I am the guy that's like, hey, our government right now is in a terrible state. Like, we do need tax money. So that way, because there's an actual situation in the small town that I live in where teachers literally were not getting their paychecks for a while. That is not a good thing. That shouldn't happen. Illinois is a state that has influence. We are a liberal state with a big city, Chicago, and people are going to want to still do business. Making rich people pay from 4.95%, which I believe it is now, to, let me look at this, to 7.75% on earnings above 250,000 and 7.99% above 750,000. So it's going from 4.95 to 7.99 if you make over 750,000. Like, a free enterprise capitalist system is great. It does incentivize creation because you want to get that money, and that's great. If I ever get to the point where I'm making $750,000, I would happily give away 7.99% and pay that a little bit more rather than, making poor people have to foot the bill, because, rich people are already finding all kinds of ways to get out of paying their taxes. And so this passed in the Senate, and it is awaiting ramification from, I believe that's what they call it, ramification, due to a, hold on, let me see this. It is due for constitutional ratification. Fuck, I'm a retard. It's due for constitutional ratification in November 2020. Okay, that means the people actually get to vote on it on our next ballot, which, that's a great idea. But the thing is, Illinois does have so many Republicans that they don't understand, like, people who make little money who are Republicans who will benefit from this so much. They're just going to think, oh, socialist system, they're wanting to tax the rich more. And, there's people who will vote against their own interests because they just really do not understand that this is a good thing. So, and there's also people saying, hey, if you vote on this and grant this and create this ratification to the state amendment to allow them to alter the tax system more, then it could come back to bite you in the end. But they could just increase taxes anywhere. They're already adding a gas tax. They're already taxing your property taxes high, and I see this as a way to relieve property taxes on middle income and lower income people, because in the progressive tax, the first time they bump you up is at $250,000. There are a lot of people who are suffering in Illinois paying high property taxes who are below the majority of people are below 250. So this isn't going to affect many people, and the people who it does affect, it's not going to hurt that bad, and it will be beneficial for helping our state to actually get out of debt and pay some of these teachers and make sure that we do actually have the money to fund retirements for state workers in this state who are working their whole lives, hoping that, hey, like, hopefully this system doesn't collapse. Like, we want to actually ensure that we have a safe future, and I believe that this is a good way to do that. This on top of the marijuana legalization. I mean, they're both good. If we can get taxes in this country, that'd be great. I mean, yes, our government needs to watch how they're spending it, because apparently they have not been doing a great job, because we are so highly taxed in this state, but we have such, we're so terribly in debt. It's like, how does that happen? How are they not handling the funds a little better than they are? So, even though I am happy that we're getting this increased tax, I hope that they do spend it properly. I do hope that they end up, relieving some of those property taxes on people, because, why not? Why? I want to make Illinois an actual desirable state, because, I live here. I don't want it to be the dumpster fire that it is. So, people argue against this, saying that it makes Illinois less desirable, because people won't want to come here because they don't want to do business because the taxes are so high. But it's such a small increase, but it helps the state out in such a big way. And I don't think that this won't. I think that if we fix Illinois by doing this, it will attract more business, and it will make the businesses here already thrive. It will make them thrive better, do better. And I don't remember if I said this or not, but there was one guy who abstained from the vote because he said, like, I don't want to pass this bill unless they address the fact that the property taxes are too high. And while, you know what, he might just be grandstanding to just try to, be like, hey, I'm the guy that cares about this. But, and, stand out a little bit. But my point is, like, you can't really lower the property taxes until you have the money. Like, why would the state be like, okay, yes, we'll get a little bit more money from the rich people, so let's just lower property taxes also. Hey, I'd be for it if they wanted to lower property taxes on actual working Americans who actually do stuff for a living rather than just move some papers around and sign their names on some crap and just go to work and act like they're doing something and just rake in cash. Big CEOs who've gotten businesses handed down from their father and their grandfather, and they're just raking in the dough in Chicago. And people who just who've just been handed their money and handed everything they've got. Yeah, I don't want their property taxes relieved. I would love for working people to be relieved, but I don't honestly think that right now that would be a great thing. I think that we should pass this. We should vote on this on November 2020. We should vote to pass this, and in the future, definitely look to lower property taxes. All right, thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna do more videos. Hopefully, I don't quit doing videos, because sometimes I just stop doing shit that I should be doing.